All right, everybody, welcome to the Nice Micro Leauge. Let me wake up here on this fine Sunday evening. So I actually ate some dinner and then fell asleep. But now I am back. Say hi in the chat if you are watching this live. Hopefully we will not be here today for too long because, oh man, of course, hopefully we will have a lot of long games here. But it's only a single series, so it probably will not last for 2 hours. Okay, Kovi versus OkaySureSure is the game we are going to watching tonight. And I would like to commend Peter in the chat because he's almost always here. He is someone who is not even playing in the tournament, but follows us very closely. So I am very thankful for his presence, and we of course have Topirello in the chat also, which is always good to see. So maybe today someone will point out if I miss a big drop or something. This is the last game of the round 7, so these two guys, they both were quite busy recently, but finally they managed to send me the replays just this morning. And they already played one game during the early phases. I think in round 2, I checked. This time I checked back what games were played. And why don't I bring up the screen here? So this is our last round. Kovi and OkaySureSure was in this bottom bracket here. So Dorash versus Croats Leauge we've already seen. So the winner of this round will play versus Dorash, who won this game, and the loser will play against Croats Leauge, who lost that round. So today we have 5 maps here: Jade, Aztec, Eclipse, Troy, and Sylphid. And OkaySureSure won 2-1 during the early phases of the tournament. So in the best of 3, they had like a back and forth. So I expect some back and forth here too. I hope it will not be too short. I don't want this to end in 10 minutes, of course, but anyways, it's Sunday evening for me, and tomorrow I have to wake up early. So I also hope that this won't be 5 1-hour-long carrier game either. Okay, so what do we need to know here? So OkaySureSure's first Nice Micro Leauge appearance, and his Nice Micro points are very close to Kovi's. Their difference is 60, which according to my research, which is on Wikipedia, 60 points difference is a little less than like 60%, 40%. So based on these points, Kovi seems to be the one with the higher chance of winning, even though it's a slightly higher chance. But their previous history, OkaySureSure was the winner of that game, and the first map, Jade, seems to be random favored. Oh, there were already 5 Protoss versus random games in the Nice Micro Leauge history on this map, and 4 out of 5 the random won here. And Kovi's well, not too long record versus random is also not that good. While OkaySureSure, well, yeah, the only Protoss he played is Kovi, and I guess that was the only time he could win. So maybe this will be his chance to bring in some more victories. So it's Protoss versus random, which is always kind of fun to see how a random player, what kind of strategies will they come up with, and of course how the Protoss tries to deal with the situation of having extremely low amount of information at the beginning of the game. So now that everyone said hi in the chat, let's get into our first game on Jade. Let's see what these two guys ended up doing. I guess they played last night in their own time zones, so we'll see how they did it, and let's get into the first game. Alright, so we've got a purple Terran here as OkaySureSure and a very dark blue Protoss for Kovi in the bottom left corner, and no weird things are happening right now. I'm trying to find my groove here. As I said, I fell asleep after dinner for a bit and I'm still a bit in a different dimension, I guess. But we are watching Terrans versus Protoss, which, you know, the Protoss are warping in their pylons from another dimension, or maybe from, I don't know, from the Protoss homeworld through some warp rifts. I don't understand the lore that much. It's been a very long time ago since I've read the StarCraft book that came in with the collector's edition, or what kind of edition I have. So actually, what happened is that during high school, I bought StarCraft Brood War, so they had this like kind of discount, not DVD, CD set for both the game and the expansion set, because, like, I mean, it's Eastern Europe, so we played pirated games in like primary school and high school. So we get 2 gateways in the opening here, and so that is a very aggressive start, but this could work out against any race. So even that he is just, so Kovi is just sending out the scouting probe now. He will have some zealots to deal with whatever comes his way. I don't think not much will come his way, like a Terran. Well, Terran can rush, but it's like not the usual things Terrans do, but this is a random Terran, so who knows. So I bought StarCraft and Brood War because I liked it. It was maybe like 2,000 Hungarian forints to get like this kind of both the expansion and the original game together. A more supply depot. No Marine is being made here. Is this just... okay, this was just a bit late. Alright. And the first zealot is already out, second is coming down. Kovi is supply blocked for a second here, so he has to wait until start. But he starts immediately, this zealot, as it comes out. I don't know if... I don't think he met this SCV, or did he? Maybe he met the SCV. So we will have 3 zealots here. The Terran is going for Marines and stars the factory. Well, he won't be able to put down a machine shop here, that's for sure. But anyways, the Marine shoots the... yeah, they kill the scouting probe. 3rd Marine is being started. Okay, the zealots are chasing the SCV in the other base. In the meantime, Kovi, what is his tech building going to be? Okay, another pylon. So he is up 4 zealots, and I guess he sends them out on the map. This scouting SCV did not see them leave the base, but I guess OkaySureSure can get suspicious now that there is nothing chasing this SCV. So assimilator started, very standard tech. Here the Marines... okay, the Marines are practicing running through this micro. I don't think the Zealot can fit through here, but by the time Zealots get here, there will be a bunker anyways. So we'll see what these 4 zealots will be able to achieve, and 2 more are being made. So zealots in this early game in a Protoss versus Terran are not like very strong, I guess, because once the vultures are out, zealots going to evaporate quite quickly. No vulture has been made at the moment, and the Marines did not get into the bunker yet. So I don't know what is going to be the strategy. Okay, so there is a stray SCV. 2 zealots are chasing that. Okay, I guess everyone is chasing that. Marines finally get into the bunker. So Kovi could decide to just kill a few SCVs here and let the zealots die to the Marines. If he wants. Okay, the first vulture is out, so yeah, the nice pool of the SCVs. So there's a Marine dead, and maybe like 3 SCVs were killed. 2 Marines are dead. Every zealot is dead. So it's like 400 minerals lost for Kovi, and maybe 200 minerals worth of units lost for OkaySureSure. And OkaySureSure is up with the SCVs. But Kovi is like going for the static defense. There is no attack incoming at the moment, so vultures are being produced. And the starport, very quick starport here. It's interesting to see OkaySureSure's take on this matchup. I guess he is going to expand now. He is going to scout again. Kovi is a bit overproducing cannons, but I guess it's better to have cannons in your base than vultures. So command center is getting made. I wonder, is this going to be a Wraith build, or is this going to be dropships? I don't see how either of those could work at the moment, but OkaySureSure has no scout into Kovi's base at the moment. These zealots will stop any incoming vulture threat, which is incoming. There is no machine shop, so there is no upgrade for the vultures at this moment. Okay, so control tower. Is this going to be cloaked Wraiths? I'm not sure. But Nexus has been started, so I hope Kovi is buying. No, he is not buying more units from this Nexus. No more probes. And he just finished the cybernetics core. Okay, the vultures do not engage. There's not much they can do. Like, they shot at the photon cannon, which is not really meaningful at this point. Terran defense is quite weak, but there is no offensive capability on the side of the Protoss. Oh, is this going to be a third base right now? No, I guess. So we have 2 factories. The science facility. Oh, is he going for science vessel? Interesting. It's better to have cannons in your base than vultures. Yes. Thank you for highlighting that sentence. Alright. So this pylon placement is kind of strange here, I guess. Once you have dragoons, they will get lost in this small hole here. They will already get lost here, so I guess it doesn't matter that much. What is this guy? Oh, he's just looking for hidden expansions, I guess. Is there any upgrades? No, just the machine shop started just yet. Alright. And there is another bunker which is empty at the moment. The Protoss is in total defensive mode, only 21 probes on 2 bases. That's not an economy. Okay, so tank. Okay, the tank getting out from here, that will be rough. Even like the vulture has some hard time getting through the SCV line here. What is going to be the first tech from the Terran? I'm not sure. So he's going for the science vessel. I don't exactly know what is the idea with the science vessel here. Like, science vessel is not particularly strong versus Protoss, especially at this point. Well, if there is an arbiter, then, and there are like Templars out, then the science vessel becomes very useful. It's kind of early to have science vessel without much of an army, I guess, but I don't know. Okay, so I guess the Protoss could just attack into this. Could he win? Not sure. He could. I mean, every case you can attack. Any army can attack into any defensive structure. The question is always whether it's useful or not to do that. And so this observatory is down, or like started, and Citadel is almost done. So he will get Zealot legs, hopefully. Or is he just... Oh, okay, so siege mode is being researched first for the Terran. These 4 vultures stayed at the worst possible place there, just at the edge of the high ground, so they see nothing. More vultures are coming in. The 2 tanks at the base are in defensive duties. I guess 2 more factories have been... So 4 factories, 5 factories will be versus 2 gateways. Kovi is still on 34 SCVs, or what is this, probes. And half of that is not working. Alright, okay, so finally there is like... These were unionized probes, so they refused to work until they received their salary or something. Not much movement as of yet. More science vessels being produced, and the 6th factory. So usually machine shops, like, you can produce tanks from as many factories, as many gas incomes you have. But I guess if you are not like perfectly macroing up, then you might end up in a situation when, you know, not all the gas is spent. So in that case, having an additional machine shop to get more tanks out can be useful. And vulture upgrades are going on, all of them, both speed and mines. Now the dragoons cannot get upstairs here because this guy is like standing here next to the photon cannon. Okay, so the dragoons move out. The observer is here. This is a nice army. So Kovi has now a good army. So you can see that now he is almost equal on workers, so that is good. But Terran starts the 3rd base. Terran being on more bases than a Protoss is never a good sign. This Protoss army is kind of small. Okay, we missed the mine hit. The observer is still too slow. The observer is still too slow. Okay, now the observer will walk over the minefield and get out of range before the dragons get there. No, the dragons are just stupid enough to walk into the mines anyways, even though they see it. Oh, a vulture killed a dragoon. That's not a common sight to see. So, yeah, the dragons are pretty friggin' stupid. But once... Okay, so ground weapons being upgraded here, which is good. I don't know if the... Did we have range, dragoon range? This seems like we don't have dragoon range, that's why they get too close to the mines. Okay, so the Terran is pushing out. The Terran is up in population, which is never good. Terran can always fight more cost efficiently, I guess, than... yeah, he just started the dragoon range. That is a problem. But OkaySureSure is not going to push through the whole map at this point. He could try to do that, he's not doing that, he's just setting up for defense. If once he sets up this 3rd base, he will have a quite nice economical lead. Okay, Kovi has like 1000 minerals because I guess he's still on 2 gateways maybe? Yeah, still only 2 gateways. Oh no, he has a 3rd in the national for some reason. Okay, this SCV is getting out. He just like missed the zealot. Yeah, this is a nice amount of vultures here to stop any zealot shenanigans. You could try to drop the zealots though, because there is no air defense here. And getting a zealot down here would activate this mine, and boom, no thanks. Okay, next the Protoss. Do you want to dive in? And he can say no thanks. Okay, there are no tanks here at the 3rd base, so this is a good place for him to move his army up, but the dragoons of course start to shoot at the vultures from the ramp, so for the other dragoons don't go up, because finally they get up, but now the flank has arrived, the vulture flank. Let's zoom out a little, let's see. So tanks are also there, which the vultures coming up one by one, that's not a big deal for this Protoss army. But once the tanks start shooting, yeah, you need to focus down the tanks. Like the dragoons can reach the tanks here, but I guess they don't want to like 8 dragoon shots kill a tank. So if you have 4, then 2 volleys can kill a tank. This hero siege tank saved the base, I guess. But Kovi also melted a lot of vultures. Will he just walk into the mines now that the observer is out of position? Well, I guess somehow this mine is not activated yet. Oh, nice. And the dragoons now they have range, so. Oh no, he's retreating into the mines. Beautiful blue soup all over the place. And now we have air support, or not air support, but air defense. Kovi is up 4,000 minerals. Jesus. Like from 4,000 minerals you could put down a few more gateways, I think. If I remember correctly, the gateways don't cost more than 1,000 minerals. So OkaySureSure has built up quite a nice defensive position on these 3 bases. Kovi could try to expand. I mean, he does not need the minerals at the moment. So expansion is not going to be his first priority, I guess. Where was an observer being shot at? I don't know. Maybe here because we have the science vessel. Time to go for carriers. Yeah, I guess that is. Yeah, you could buy a few starports from this money. That's for sure. Okay, so Kovi decides to put down gateways right at the entrance. It's a late proxy gate, you could say. I don't know. Maybe I will ask Peter in the chat to come up with a name for this strategy when you put the gateways in front of your base. More supply depots blocking up the entrances. And SCV is already sneaked out there. Okay, so Kovi has the shuttle. Now, what can he put in the shuttle? It's, of course, you want to put zealots and reavers in the shuttle. But you also want to have the shuttle to be a bit quicker. So you need the speed shuttle. But he does not have the speed shuttle building, which is the robotics support bay. Oof, 5 mines for 1 zealot. Yeah, these guys will probably die here. Where did the shuttle go? Did the shuttle... Oh, the shuttle went in here, so this is nice. The shuttle probably died to the turret, but he managed to kill a few SCVs. Now the Goliaths are taking down Dragoons, which is not supposed to happen. Nice defensive matrix here. Oh, the Zealot bombs are working, dude! No tanks. And now Kovi had built the gateways, I just need to start producing units from them. That's also kind of important. But it seems like the SCVs ran away from there. Maybe they ran here. Yeah, dropping like zealots into this mineral line would be funny because then the tank would shoot the SCVs. But this is not a big push from the Terran. Oh, Kovi just decides to GG anyways. Alright, I guess. OkaySureSure takes game number 1 here. Yeah, Kovi forgot to build up his economy. That was kind of problem. Aztec is coming up, which is 3-player map, similar layout to Jade in terms of like a low ground main base and high ground natural. So I don't know. Depends on, of course, what kind of race our random player ends up. We're going to end up having here. That will determine what kind of strategy can work. But my theory is that Protoss don't poop, not having a mouth and whatnot. So Jim Raynor must have been confused when Zeratul brought him back to Ire. Okay, that's an interesting aspect of the Protoss race that I have not considered. But that is true. The Protoss, they don't have mouth, but they must scream "My life for Ire." Okay, too many cultural references, I guess. But yeah. So Protoss, they probably get their food directly warped into their stomach, and then their whatever ends up as their waste product warps out of their stomach straight into the plumbing underground. That is my headcanon that I just made up. Alright, let's get into the second game. OkaySureSure versus Kovi, now on Aztec, I guess. Let's go. Okay, so we've got another Terran versus Protoss here from OkaySureSure on the, 8 o'clock position, and Kovi at the 12 o'clock position. And so, as we wait for the game to pick up, I will continue my story with the StarCraft box I bought. So I bought it was already like 2000, like the end of, not the end of, like the middle of the notice, I guess, the 00 decade when that happened. So StarCraft was not a new game already. So that's why I got this kind of cheap discount edition with both the discs in one box. But one of my roommates at the time had the collector's box. And he was like, yeah, I don't like this game that much as you do, so let's just exchange it. So he gave me the collector's edition, and I gave him the discount edition. And the collector's edition had this huge freaking box, which is still somewhere in my parents' house. And that had the lore book, which I read, I guess, exactly once. I played through both the original and the Brood War campaigns. It was fun. But that was more than 15 years ago, I think. So I don't remember much of the lore. The only lore I know is like having two balls of gateways next to the pylon. Alright, so in the meantime, in the chat, people are inspecting the idea of Jim Raynor going to IR wearing the marine suit. I don't know, does the marine suit have like plumbing in there? Is like because you know, spacesuits in general, like human spacesuits in the real life, they have like catheters. Catheter is the correct pronunciation there. So like, it does not warp your waste products out of your body. It has pipes to do that, which is, I guess, the low-tech solution for that. So I guess maybe a marine suit also has that, and maybe that some part of that armor has like a poop bag somewhere. I mean, I don't know, if you follow like futurism YouTube channels, they talk about using water. Like, people need a lot of water in spaceships, so just use the water as part of radiation shielding. So maybe the marine suit has the poop and pee circulate around to shield you from radiation too. I don't know. That might work out. So we have two gateways again, with the cybernetics core this time being built quite early. I guess OkaySureSure's SCV was seen by Kovi's Zealot, and Kovi's probe also got into OkaySureSure's base a bit earlier than last time. And we have the two factories. The first Vulture will get out soon. Only two Marines this time. And the Zealot is going to hit the SCV while it's running. No. Will he use the probe to attack together with the Zealot? Yes, I guess he is trying to do that. But like, that probe did not live long with the Vulture shooting at its back. So one SCV is killed, and because there is no micro here, the Zealot just runs into the Vulture to die. More zealots are being sent out. I don't think this is a productive idea. You already have the Cyber Corps. Start building dragoons. Get the dragoon range as soon as you get them. Gas. I guess running zealots into the base, this makes the vultures not attack. But there are already 3 of them. So this is going to be not good. But okay, so Kovi stands on the ramp with the dragoon, which is nice. The vultures will not be able to get in if they decide to come. Oh, very quick citadel. Is this going to be a DT build? He's going to put down a nexus. Yeah, that can work. Like these vultures will take forever to kill a nexus. Yeah, this pylon, not the best placement but not the worst either. So dragoons decide to just stay on the ramp, which is, I think, a good idea. Like these vultures, like raising a building, that's going to last for a long time. And we don't we have mines yet? No mines yet. He's researching vulture speed first. Terran is also expanding. And not much production from the factories at the moment. Is Kovi going to build the Templar Archives? Yes, of course he builds the Templar Archives. Will the Invisible Man win this game? Okay, these 2 dragons are very well placed here. But the Vulture manages to run out of range. Okay, you need some reinforcements here, and very nice, he pulls back the Horde Dragoon. Okay, what is this? It's like put down, the best thing is to put down like a pylon here, even if you're not doing like cannons. Just to like make this place narrower so the vultures cannot get into this together. Oh. I guess this is also quite narrow here. Yeah, Kovi needs to space out. Oh, this is alright, not bad. Vultures can pass through, but who knows? Okay, mines are almost finished researching, so yeah, this might end up quite badly here. But the DTs are ready to be made. They are not being made, but they are ready to be made. Okay, so 2 DTs are started. Is there anything that has detection? Not yet. We have a very early starport again. So I guess this single dragoon was not hold positioned. These 3 were. A lot of mines being placed. So we'll need an observer. He's going for the DT drop though. Yeah, this is going to be interesting if it works out. So this, like, no DT can get through this amount of mines, so... I guess, okay, the shuttle is out and first DT is out. What? Okay, Zealot in the shuttle. Okay, second DT is already out, okay. Are we going to have an observer soon? No observer, okay, so... Will he remove the Zealot from the shuttle? Okay, observatory started, that's good. No, actually not. Oh no, tanks! The tanks are here! Yeah, the dragons have to retreat more. Now you can, like, now a DT can go in here and just drag the mines onto the tanks. We'll see if that happens. I guess he does not want to reveal that he has a DT, but the shuttle is not going out. Okay, that was nice. 1 DT for a tank. We have more tanks coming in. And 1 more DT is ready. Is there any detection anywhere? No, not even close. So he could just send this... Oh, he already sent another shuttle, okay. The missile turret is being made. But it's going to be killed very soon, yeah. Okay, this is nice. This is a nice DT drop. nothing is happening at there. Okay, so OkaySureSure, GG's. Okay, the Invisible Man saves the day here for our Protoss player. Kovi takes game number 2. Alright, this was very stressful for me because I saw the second, like he just made 2 shuttles for some reason, and I thought that the second shuttle is the first shuttle. I don't know, well played indeed, very well played. So 1-1, we have 3 games left. Both of them need 2 victories. And Eclipse is going to be the next map. So I wonder what's going to happen there. Eclipse 2-player map, so we have a top right and the bottom left positions as the starting positions. It can be a good map for like a, what's it called? Cannon rush. At least that's what I heard. I tried. For me, it does not. I could not, like in a practice game. I tried cannon rush on the Eclipse, but did not work out. So let's see what is going to be the racial distribution here. What is a random player going to end up with? Let's see how Kovi deals with that. So let's get into game number 3 here between Kovi versus OkaySureSure on Eclipse. Coming up right now. Alright, OkaySureSure is... I don't know if Terran is his favorite race, but that's what he got again. And Kovi is sending out this probe very early. I guess it's not that early. It's just slightly early if you want to only scout. It's quite late if you want to actually do some kind of proxy build. Okay, what is he doing here? Did he get lost? Okay, so Pylon started in the main base a bit late. Does he think it's a 4-player map? Maybe he thinks it's a 4-player map. Then he should play Dorage on this map. Dorage also scouts on this map as if it was a 4-player map. Oh, what? What are we doing here? Even if you think it's a 4-player map, this is not how you scout here. Maybe you just got confused, I don't know. So OkaySureSure is just building the gas. We have the gateway being built for Kovi. He will figure out what's going on very quickly, I think, when he goes up there. Yeah, he sees a Terran again. Will he just try to duplicate the previous build that worked out well for him? I'm not sure, but he is doing the worker-on-worker violence, but only for a little. Then he gets out from there for some reason. Maybe he wants to check the other corners also, I don't know. Okay, so first Zealot is almost finished. Will he send it out right away? Will he use it defensively? I guess he's sending it out. So I guess he wants to use the... What? The probe to attack together with the Zealot, I wanted to say, but this is not that. This is a pylon. A very intrusive pylon. Probe must be doing the turn always right maze search algorithm. Yeah, it indeed looked like that. That indeed looked like that. Okay, so OkaySureSure knows what's up. He knows Kovi likes the Zealots, so he puts down this nice labyrinthine thing here. Okay, we got a second gateway straight in the mouth of the opponent. We still don't have the cyber core started, but we have gas. Will this pylon actually make it hard for the probes to mine? I don't know. Okay, so bunker being built. Zealot Micro is negative. While these SCVs are constantly harassing this poor warrior. Now finally he fights back. But then again, Micro negatively. So before the last hit could go in, Kovi decided to... Oh, okay. Like, hitting this is not a bad idea. Actually, like, hitting the factory... Go here, get... Like, you can get 2 Zealots here, so when the Vulture gets out, you can hit it before it starts hitting you. Or you could, like, use the probe to put a pylon... trap the Vultures. I've never seen that done. I've seen pylon trapping dragoons in PvP. Okay, now this Vulture runs into its death, but there is also already a second Vulture done, starport being made. Still no dragoon production. Someone forgot to build the cybernetics core. 9,000 minerals at 5 minutes. And it's going to be a forge, interesting. Cancels the Zealot. No supply block, no mineral, no lack of minerals. What is going on here? Just build dragoons, man. You mine gas. Is this probe going out across the map again? I don't know. The Zealots are standing in the corner and looking at the corner, so they were bad boys, I guess, in the class or something. Wraith! Wraith build, okay. I mean, why not, I guess. Oh, the probe is sneaking out over there. Alright, so, yeah, I guess Kovi follows the better to have cannons in your base than vultures strategy again. You cannot fault him for that after him forgetting to buy a cybernetics core for like 5 minutes in the game. Sends the most damage Zealot to look around what's going on here. Predictably gets killed by 3 vultures. So Kovi has 9,000 minerals. He could start. Oh, the wraiths are out. Wraith reporting, I guess. They are reporting that there is a gateway over there. Wonder where they will end up going. Like, these 2 cannons will not cover this part of the mineral line. I don't know if, like, okay, so another pylon started, but I guess there is no psi around it. Okay, so the second cannon, so the vulture, the wraiths can achieve something if they are microed carefully. Let's see if that happens. Yeah, I guess not really that carefully. Okay, so yeah, here is, yeah, this is not covered, but Kovi can just start a cannon. And the single wraith takes a long time to kill probes. But I don't see a minimap. Okay, so the Terran is still not trying to destroy this gateway. He's still not starting anything over there. This wraith, okay, he killed a single probe at this point. Okay, second probe is dead. Alright, this has been stopped. Oh, shit. Glitched out as I... Okay, so now the wraiths are shooting at this pylon. But we already have dragoons here who will, instead of shooting at the wraiths, run into the mines. Okay, at least... Oh no, the mine! Oh, that was a sick mine. Yeah, this is not working out well. So finally, the Nexus has started. Get more gateways, Kovi. You have money for gateways. Anyways. Terran is taking its sweet time to get rid of the pylon with 2 wraiths. Now this is okay, but still Kovi is not supply blocked, so he killed his units got killed. No supply block here. So were these two starports built to just get 4 raids out? I guess that's what happened. Now, Kovi could start to think about like doing something here, like protecting this ramp, for example, and this ramp. So I wish I played OkaySureSure some part of this tournament, but I have not. I will have to just ask him just to play sometime. Okay, so Kovi decides to GG at this point for some reason. Alright, so I guess OkaySureSure takes game number 3. And we'll go to game number 4 on Troy as soon as I can load up this. So 1,376 minerals is when Kovi gave up. I don't know what happened here. So he was quite behind, so I'm not saying that this was like a bad decision to give up, but kind of anticlimactic from the viewer's point of view, I guess. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, so next map is going to be Troy, another 4-player map, but this is a 4-player map with a twist, and that twist is the gas that, like the neutral assimilators that you can kill to close off parts of the map. We'll see if any of these players will try to capitalize on that part of this map. And OkaySureSure has 1 game to win this series, but Kovi still has a chance, a fighting chance to get back. Maybe if he just like plays a more standard opening and doesn't just want to put a gateway in his opponent's base. Might end up better. Anyways, we'll see how it goes. Let's get into our 4th game of this evening or afternoon or whenever you're watching this. Let's see how these two deal with each other on Troy, which was coined as the Thinking Man's map by Topirello. So let's see if any of our players want to think something around that. All right, let's go. Alright, unbelievable, another Terran. And OkaySureSure tells him that he is Terran again, which I guess courtesy is not dead. I mean, he just needs to win this map to win this game, so no need to be mean or something, but yeah, you don't have to tell your opponent what race you got. But I guess, yeah, it's crazy that it's Terran 4 times in a row, especially if he doesn't like to play Terran, but at least he knows how to play Terran to win against Kovi. I guess he does not know where to send the SCV to get out of the base, though. Oh, is this going to be Cannon Rush? You need to have like a pylon in your own base and a forge also for cannon rushing. And it's a good idea to put down a second pylon somewhere, so you can... Technically, even though the probe has less health than the SCV, technically, if you micro well, you can kill the SCV without any contest. Like... Okay, so I don't know what Kovi's idea was, but now OkaySureSure is losing a lot of his income. But Kovi does not have a pylon at his home base. While the first barracks has already started. So you can do cannon rush. I don't know if it makes sense against Terran in general. But if you want to cannon rush, you need the pylon at home before you put the pylon out there, I think. because you have to have like if the forge is not done yet, then you cannot start the cannon anyways. So I think here he could just put down a second gateway right away. Yeah, and even start. Why is the pylon at between the gas and the next? That's I don't understand. Okay, first Marine starts. OkaySureSure has no idea where Kovi is. He's up like 4 workers after this. But yeah, I don't know what will happen. So the thing is, like Kovi should already see that Zealots cannot win this game. Like it's Protoss versus Terran, you know it's Protoss versus Terran. You need Dragoons. That's just unfortunately long and short of it. For some reason, OkaySureSure does a cross scout. Are we going to see a gas and the cybernetics core soon? Okay, so gas starts. You can wait for the cybernetics core to start a little later, I guess. Is the zealot going to just run into this base? Well, I guess there is still no factory. Well, just started. So these 2 zealots still can do something if microed correctly. Okay, so now OkaySureSure knows where his opponent is. Put down the cybernetics core. Yes, that's very well played. I remember when we were in university, I played a lot of games versus Kovi, and generally we like 50-50. It was 50-50. We were quite on the same level back then, and we played a lot of interesting games. Kovi had always had a propensity to do some crazy shit like this, and you know, sometimes it works out quite well. So, factory is almost done. So by the time the 4 zealots get in there, there will be a vulture. So we'll see how much trouble they can cause. Well, they killed an SCV, that's fine. Okay, the Marines come to the entrance. Will he just try to... Yeah, okay, this is smart. But you need to kill the Marines. Like, the Marines will like slowly kill the zealots. Oh, he just decides to micro the zealot away. You can just use one of the zealots to attack this, or 2 of the zealots to attack this, the others run after the Marines. Okay, so this assimilator needs a few more shots. No, just kill that one. Kill that one and the mech units cannot get out. That's smart. Alright, this worked out. Okay, very well. And the zealots can run out, the vultures will not be able to do that. I don't know if this makes any sense to destroy this assimilator also. Like the vultures and the tanks will already be stuck here, and the Marines will not cause that much of a deal. I guess, yeah, Dragoons are started. Okay, he just started the Dragoon range. And he will put down a Nexus somewhere, I guess. Okay, so he can send out the SCVs and the Marines, not the Vultures. I don't know if OkaySureSure was prepared for this kind of occasion on this map. He wants to expand though. No starport as of yet. Where is this probe going to go? He's going to hide the expansion, he's not going to go for the natural. Which makes sense. So I mean, you could switch into some kind of Marine Medic if you really wanted to, but I guess starport is almost done, so you will have to... Oh, or yeah, you can just put down the factory outside. But now, the Zealots and the Dragoons are incoming. So you need to cancel, yeah. Unfortunately, this is not going to work out. For some reason, he's just left the Marines to hit all these units. Okay, so now nothing can get in or out here. He sent the probe to the top left corner for some reason. So there will be dropships. Will Kovi be able to defend against dropships? I guess if you don't buy units, then it's going to be more difficult. So expansion started. Stargate! It's a Stargate. So, will we see battle cruiser versus carrier? That was like one of the ideas I had when I was playing Terran long time ago. Battle cruisers versus carriers. And I have the like probably Blizzard was expecting something like that, you know, when they made carriers and battle cruisers. Is there like a map in the... A lot of things are being built for the Terran. So is there a map in the campaign where you have to fight battle cruisers with carriers or carriers with battle cruisers? I don't remember. Oh. Okay, this dragoon just saved his life. Oh, okay, so now flying the factories out is going to be the strategy. Is this dragoon hold position? Yes. Oh, you get too close, too close. Oh, too close. Yeah, tanks be shooting far away, so... What is the plan with the Zealot? Zealot cannot get in. Zealot cannot get in, cannot hit anything. Okay, so we have a fleet beacon and a single Stargate. You need more Stargates than one, if you want to go for carriers. Okay, dropship is built. There's no units at home for defense. What happened to that probe? Oh, it's just hiding there. Okay, so now the dropship has been discovered. But for some reason, OkaySureSure is not going to drop the base here. He's just moving up. Terran buildings. Factory rush. Carriers versus battle cruisers versus giant octopus. Yeah, unfortunately Zerg does not have any giant octopus. Now the zealots are slow, so they cannot like run into and kill the tanks. But I guess, okay, so this actually somehow worked out. This is like in Star Wars when they say Palpatine is somehow returned. This is probably the move that was done there too. Okay, so first carrier is almost done. Do we have any upgrades for carriers? I did not look for them. So this base, we have 4 probes mining a single gas. Now the question is where do you put the factories? Like these tanks are standing in mines, literally, so just doing a vulture drop, or now a zealot drop would be nice over there. But you don't need zealot drop when you have 3 Stargates, but you only have income to produce from one of them at the same time. So 1 carrier is done and what? 4 Stargates on only 2 bases. And the Terran is also on 2 bases. And the Protoss second base is like, what the is going on over here? What? Why are they standing in line to get into the simulator? Are they stupid? And who built that simulator that only a single probe can fit inside there? That's my other question. Okay, so finally 3 of these can make the carriers at the same time. You can get make scouts. I showed you yesterday that you can make scouts, right? Okay, 4 Stargate carrier. And he has the carrier upgrade. Did he make this spin to make air upgrades? I don't know. But OkaySureSure took the second base. He is up workers a little bit. Kovi is just like, yeah, I don't need a third base. Who needs a third base when I have already 4 Stargates? Like, Kovi did not realize that his 6 of his probes are going to the single assimilator over there. Yeah, this is kind of suboptimal here also, but not that bad. So we have 3 carriers. There is no air defense from OkaySureSure, so I kind of have the feeling that if Kovi just attacks in the next 3 minutes, then this will be... we will go to the game number 5 here. And maybe in the game number 5, OkaySureSure gets Zerg and just... I don't know. He forgot how to play Zerg after these games. What? Why? What? Okay, so this is 4 carriers. Actually, I thought it's 3 for some reason. I thought he cancelled one of them. Anyway, so we have 4 idle Stargates. I guess he's not supply blocked, right? We have a science vessel. Okay, so this is the single... Okay, we have a single turret as air defense at this point. And the single turret here. The Terran moves out. And we'll see like nothing up there. This Terran push will meet the carriers, I guess. Oh. Will he reroute the carriers to kill this army? Or are we going to see some kind of base trade situation here? Because these units are not enough to kill the Terran army. And the Terran army cannot kill the carriers. So... everyone's just like, these guys are waiting here. Can we go out in? Can we go in? These guys are waiting here. Oh, can we attack? Can we attack? Everyone is... he's mineral blocked. Yeah, I guess. No, he's not. He's up. He has a lot of minerals now. Okay, so the carriers finally decide to attack. So OkaySureSure, the only thing he can do is go for a base trade. Which is what he's trying to do. These tanks will kill everything Kovi has. In very short order. Oof. I guess not. And the carriers are already wreaking havoc in the main base here, so... yeah. Sometimes it's the invisible man, sometimes it's this flying... I don't know, flying... what the... like whales, they look like whales. So OkaySureSure, GG's, and indeed we are going for game number 5 here. Sulfate, very nice, very nice. This is exactly what I was hoping for. Not like 1 hour long games, but also we have back and forth, which is always nice to see. Carriers versus Vultures movie. Yeah, that was Carriers versus Vultures. I really thought that OkaySureSure's army could make like a bigger damage to Kovi's main base than what it ended up doing. So next game will need to load up on Sylphid. And we'll see if this is going to be another Protoss versus Terran. Or OkaySureSure will have to show us his skills in a different genre also. So game number 5 coming up. This is the deciding match. Whoever wins this round will go up against Doraj, and whoever loses will end up playing Krauts Alajos. So I guess the stakes are high. So Sylphid has a 2-1 ratio Protoss versus random. Not that it matters that much when our opponents are this closely matched. So let's see, let's go. Final game of the night coming up right now in the Nice Micro Leauge. Ladies and gentlemen, OkaySureSure is Zerg. And Kovi is scouting very early in the, I guess, the wrong direction. Like, he is very much in disbelief. Is this going to be another Terran? He was seeing nothing here. Oh, and this actually has hallucination minerals there for some reason. I don't know. So OkaySureSure is not playing any, like, he could have just gone for pool and probably win. I would predict that Kovi is not prepared to play against the 4 pool. But if for some reason he is, then the 4 pool can just mean OkaySureSure dies instantly. But it's still like a over pool, so not a fast expand. Now Kovi finally sees something other than a Terran. He sees the creep. Is he going to go in to check the spawning pool? No. He is not going in to check the spawning pool, I guess. Is he going to put down a pylon here? Is he trying to do something sneaky? Something cheeky? There's a forge in the main base. Okay, so this is versus Zerg, so Forge Expand is a good build. And he did not expand, so he's just... Okay, one base Forge, that's just crazy talk. Unless he wants to do a Cannon Rush, but Cannon Rush does not work against the pool first. And, like, where do you put, like, there is no place to put a cannon here. Cannon rushable bases need to have, like, place behind the minerals. The cannon's being put down at the entrance of the main base, which is not bad. He could just put a pylon here just to, like, spite the drone, I guess. And to, like, you know, delay the base. That is something you can do. Now Zerglings are out, but the number is quite small. But yeah, Kovi puts down a second gateway, or second pylon, I guess. A second, what? Cannon. What is this drone doing over here? Yeah, just kill him. Kill this intruder. Intruder alert. Or just chase this intruder into the cannon. Yeah, that's also good. Zerglings are just running around here playing... I don't know. What are they playing? This is the Zergling convention, I guess. Gateway is done. A probe is blocking the entrance. Cybernetics core quite early. Are we going to see a Stargate soon? Number of probes is small, but also the number of drones. Second hatchery, or rather third hatchery in the main base. And the fourth hatchery is going to be made over there or what? So this is quite a number of Zerglings, and the probe just moved away from the entrance. Oh no. This was like the worst timing ever, but OkaySureSure does not commit. So OkaySureSure could have just run in and killed these cannons. You need the probe to block the entrance, you don't have a gateway. But I guess if the 6 Zerglings decide to not commit, then whatever. So OkaySureSure decides, okay, I see cannons and no units, so I need a creep colony. And he will expand over there. Interesting. Zergling movement is being upgraded. So are we going to see some units? Yes. Okay, so Zealot could just like bait the Zerglings into the cannons. I think this would work. Why the Dragoon though? I don't know. Dragoon is not a good unit in the beginning of a PvZ. I can tell you that much with my high knowledge of Protoss vs Zerg. As you could have seen. Alright, Dragoon range is being upgraded and the Stargate. Yeah, this is the most important building. But you need to get out and get an expansion somehow. So just, yeah, bait these lings. Oh, the lings are actually in hold position. Not anymore. But they are afraid. They are afraid. You know, like, what's his face? In the Starship Troopers, the actor who goes there and touches the face of the bug and says, "It's afraid." So is Kovi really committing 2 Zealots and a single Dragoon into an attack? No, he's not. Alright. So going to make a Corsair? We don't know. Okay, this is Zergling. Only Zerglings are being made. And the Hydralisk then. And the Lair. Quite late Lair. The Zealots should be in front of the Dragoon, protecting it. That's my, I guess, strategy advice here. Corsair is being made. There is nothing that shoots into the air, so you can get a few Overlords if he wants to. But this is a lot of Zerglings, and they are quick. So we will need to, like, get back into the cannons range. Okay, what is the Corsair trying to do with the Zerglings? I have no idea. But if the Zerglings don't attack, then they are not dangerous. He could still like put down a pylon here or here maybe. So this pylon probably cannot power anything outside these walls. Second Stargate for some reason. What is this guy doing here? Like, it's Hydralisks. This Corsair should be in the Zerg base chasing Overlords and seeing the Hydralisks. Now it's Jover, I guess, for Kovi. Like, he has nothing against a Hydra build. Against this amount of Hydras you need like 4 cannons already, I think. But there are a lot of Zerglings, so maybe you need even 6. Where do you put 6 cannons here? You cannot. Why are these still home? You can't just assume that Mutalisks are coming. Because they are not. It's Lings and Hydras. So finally, he sends out these 3 Corsairs. And we will see the Hydralisks. Okay, he can maybe catch a few Overlords. If you might... Oh, but also Mutalisks? Okay. Well, I guess Kovi was smarter than me, because there are also Mutalisks out. Which is like... very strange that you go both Muta and Hydra. But I guess why not? I don't think the Mutalisks will achieve much if the Corsairs will be in position. Oh, the Zealots are massacring the Zerglings, that's good. So now Kovi could move out, finally. Put down a few cannons up there. Okay, but the Mutalisks are in and they are attacking from the perfect position. Will they run into the cannons? Of course they will. There are only 17 or 18 probes. That's quite a low number. Okay, so the Corsairs are just chasing the Middle-East. Middle-East are a tiny bit faster. So finally, the Nexus goes down outside. You need to like put a pylon over there also. Maybe put a cannon here. Maybe buy more units. I don't know. Just few ideas for Protoss friend here. Zerg is buying units, so OkaySureSure. He's also up 700 minerals, so it's not like his macro cycles are perfect. But he has the Queen's Nest. He's got the lair. He's going for evolution chamber. Has 3 bases. A lot of hydralisks. And no cannons here. That's a problem. That's like you need a pylon. You need the cannons. Oh shoot! The Corsairs are deciding to attack into the Zerg base. Like the worst possible time. Nothing is in the main base. Yeah, that was it. Ladies and gentlemen, Kovi loses and OkaySureSure takes game number 5 here. And it's very strange PvZ, I must admit. This was very weird. But, I mean, whatever works. OkaySureSure did both Hydralisks and Mutalisks for some reason, and somehow it worked out. So congratulations to him. And that means the round number 7 is finally over. Kovi versus Kroota Leauge will happen. Retro, Aztec, Sylphid, Butter, and Eclipse. It's going to be the map list for that. And Leauge will play OkaySureSure, which is going to be interesting. I did not see Leauge play versus random. Am I correct in that? I think I'm correct. Yes. Zeros are here. So, Retro, Aztec, Butter, Eclipse, and Troy. And whenever, whatever happens, we'll see. So we have 4 games left. These bottom 2 and the top 2. So Jim Raynor versus Katyakin is the finals. Kestrel versus Monster Truck is the bronze game, I guess. And OkaySureSure versus Leauge for places 12 and 13. Kovi versus Kroota Leauge will be for places 14 and 15. And of course, congratulations to everyone who already got their positions. Hasta la vista number 5, Zoro 6, Mate 7, Gombi 8, Nice Micro 9, Topirello 10, Geras 11. Alright, so this is it for today. Thanks everyone for joining, and I hope you enjoyed these games. These were a little less conventional, I guess. Not like the games yesterday were conventional. And this is Nice Micro Leauge, so no one comes here for conventional games anyways. So I think it was fun. I enjoyed these games. There were some very nice mine hits, which were funny, I guess. Kovi played very honorably. He tried all the tricks that he could find in his book, I guess. And sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't. OkaySureSure did his best, playing 4 Terran games and 1 Zerg. I mean, there were a lot of surprises, which is good. So if you liked these games, press the like button, I guess, on YouTube. Leave a comment. Tell me, what is your headcanon for the waste management of IR, I guess? And does the Terran marine suit use human waste as part of its radiation mitigation system? Let me know. And I will see you in the next video, which comes up whenever I receive sufficient number of replays. Hopefully soon enough, because if I go on holiday, then I cannot do the casts, which will happen. But anyways, yeah, see you next time, I guess. Bye!
you.